So, I just was trying this out. It worked the other day. And yeah, I've done this before. Now, if you can tell, I don't know if you can see in the picture, this is just typical for this generation of car. The paint sometimes does get like this. It just, the clear comes off. But I have a red door that I replaced onto this vehicle. This works good for like paint pencils or overspray, different things like that. Basically what I'm using is some Easy Off. Let me think, it's probably 40-50 degrees out. It might be, the surface temperature of this might be, it's cold to the touch, so it could be like 40 or 50 degrees. Now, I did do a spot. You can see what it looks like here. That's what it looks like clean. Now, I'm just going to show you what it does when I apply this to the car at the temperature that it's at. I mean, this might work perfectly on a hot summer day if the car's hot. But for today, we're going to spray that on there. We're just going to let it go a minute. And basically, I'm just going to agitate it a little bit with the brush. And you can see what's going on there. And I'm going to wipe it with this. A little bit of black come off. I mean, I think that's most of that's probably what was on the brush. But oven cleaner's made to work when it's hot. So I have a heat gun here, and all I'm going to do is we'll come down to here because I already had sprayed that. That way you can see what this does. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this on hot and I'm going to heat this surface up. Okay, a little warm to the touch. Typically, if you spray this on here, now this, since it's hot, it's starting to make a little bit of a, you can hear like a, when bacon starts frying, that's what you hear. Alright, so yes, there's a little bit on the brush, but that doesn't matter. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to start agitating a little bit. You can see, I don't know if that's picking up the steam. But basically anywhere it got hot, it was warm enough. It actually broke down the spray paint that was on there. Now, I mean, you should, if it's something that that you're worried about and you want to protect, you know, you want to try to find a spot where you could try this that's inconspicuous in case it discolors any rubber or plastic or anything like that. Oven cleaner, you should wear gloves. So like water is pretty much a neutralizer. I have some Windex here, but you can see what that looks like right there now. And that was, you know, that was spray paint. If you actually, like I was picking at this here a little bit with my fingernail, and it's just coming right off. So being the kind of paint that it is, you know, even on the edge, you can, I don't know if you could see, it's actually dull right here and then shiny, so it starts to take apart, starts to break down the paint. But the secret is to try to get your area warm, and then spray that on. As long as you're hearing like a sizzle, like a bacon sizzle, it's actually breaking down the paint. It's actually working, and all this is, it's just oven cleaner. And I mean, it's perfect for this type of stuff. And like I said, if there is you have like ATV plastic and somebody, you know, overspray on it, or they painted that, this will work really good for that. Like I said, you put it on and then you kind of just agitate it. Time is a thing. You know, typically this tells you to, you know, let it stand for 20 minutes. But, you know, in quick bursts like this, it all depends exactly, like I said, what paint's underneath. This is a factory paint. I already know on this door that it's similar to this because someone at one time had spray painted this panel on another vehicle. But I just wanted to share that real quick, and hopefully this is a one take and it's a little help somebody out. All right, thanks. All right, so you know, I showed you a little bit, and then I showed you some that I was cleaning off in this area. I kind of just did this whole thing. It's kind of hard to tell what the paint actually looked like underneath. If we get in here really close, you can see, I mean, normal cracking, which is typical for this year of paint. And I mean, I could probably even get this here off if I wanted to. If I hit it again with some heat, as you can tell here, there's a little bit black. I just kind of want to hit this with a little bit of rubbing compound, just to, you know, kind of show what it does. I did wipe off the windows, some of the overspray. I mean, this car was already dirty, so we're not really working with anything that's super clean. So I'm going to throw some of this on, and then I have a cloth to pull it off with, so I just need to get something to apply it. Give me a sec. All right, now we knew we weren't going to go for anything beautiful, but this car does need repainted in some panels. This was just something that I just thought was a good idea. If you have something that has overspray on, this would work really good to take it off. Like I said, you always want to test on an inconspicuous area. A lot will depend on, one, the temperature of what you're spraying it on and how long you let it on there. Usually you want to try to get it on and off as fast as possible. I mean, perfectly, like let's say it was a nice hot summer day and you had the hose there ready to go and you sprayed this down and you actually got the little bacon and the little sizzle going when you sprayed it on there because the panel was hot. You could actually take like a soft bristle brush and probably scrub this entire panel and, you know, get most of the paint off. I would suggest just wiping it with paper towels and then rinsing it off with the water and then again toweling it down so that you can see what you have and stuff's dry. The water will kind of work as a neutralizer. to stop it from doing what it needs to do. But I mean, simple, easy way to clean spray paint off of a panel for who knows what reason of why who sprayed it on there. But you know, I guess they wanted to spray paint their car and decrease the value at one time. So there we go. Hopefully that's something you can use, and